If you'd like to place a new order for a customer, there's a new order button on top of the screen. Click on new order, and now we're in order details. If you did not have an address set up for this customer, you would have had a pop-up box asking to fill out a new billing and shipping address for this customer. Since we added that address before, we have it already set up here in this account. Many fields here are self-explanatory. I'll go over the ones that you might have questions about. The PO number is a purchase order number for the customer. Sometimes the customer wants to use an order number of their own to reference later, so this is what that's for. The PO number is going to be the order number for this particular order if you settle it. If you don't settle it, it stays as new. Every one of your orders is going to have an order number or a PO number. A PO number is translated as a purchase order. The order type is website, company PO. If this particular customer has their own purchase order number from their own company to reference later, they might give you that number, whatever it is, and you would enter it here. If the order has some kind of a fraud check that was triggered by the system or by the store or by the central system or by yourself, it would be highlighted here as on hold. If you click on hold, you can put a reason why you would want to put the order on hold. If it already came here with a check mark, then you can click on the reason to see what the reason is for this order being on hold. This is the subtotal, tax, shipping, discount, grand total for the order. This is how much available balance this customer has if he has any type of store credit. This is how much the order was settled for. So the order might have not been settled in full. It could be a $100 order, but you only settled $50 against the order, so there is $50 left to settle before it could be unpended. Status, it's pending, it's not processed yet. It was created by this particular user, and this is the IP address where the customer came from. Before creating a new order, let me explain what this screen is here. The notes is notes about this particular order. You can even have defined notes, such as call the customer to find out details. Defined notes or canned messages can be set up in your general setting. If we go to Store Management Settings, and I already have the screen open, you go to Configuration Canned Messages, you have different categories. So one of them is Notes, which is the notes for orders. You can add as many messages as you like if you constantly have the same messages occurring on different types of orders. So these notes are strictly for this particular order. There's also system notes. System notes is not entered by an individual or by your employee or yourself. It is entered by the system, such as back order notification or item shipped out, item was processed, item was packed. Information like that would be entered by the system as you go through the different workflows of the software, and it would be entered here in text just like a regular note, but it would be entered by the system. If you created a note and then you want to send a follow-up so somebody can follow up on that note, you can click on follow-ups, select a user who is working for you or maybe even yourself, create, and this will be in your follow-up screen. You can set up the complete date by and if it's critical or not. Attachments, if you want to attach something to this particular order for whatever reason, you can attach it. The charge history is a history of how this order was billed, from where it was billed, how it was billed, when it was billed. The order details has all the information about this particular order, where it's going, when it was processed, who it's going to. I can't add anything right now until I create a brand new order.